Hi, my name's Jessie, and I'm a realtor here in Oshawa, Ontario. In this video, we're going to talk about what's going on with the market in Durham Region, what areas and homes have seen the largest price drops, and what we might expect moving forward. If you're new to the channel, I make videos to keep you updated on what's going on in the market and help you make informed decisions when you're buying or selling your home. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and please give this video a thumbs up because it does help reach more people like you. Now, if you want to book a buying consult, selling consult, or you just want to call and chat and have some of your questions answered, there is a Calendly link in the description that you can pick a time that works for you. Now, let's take a quick look at what's happened in Durham Region in June and where we might be heading in the coming months. So in June, the months of inventory is sitting at 1.5, and the sales to new listing ratio is sitting at 48.9% for all of Durham. These numbers are important because they reflect how much inventory we have versus how much demand there is. Usually for months of inventory, we say anything between 4 to 6 months is a more balanced market, and anything below that is a seller's market, with anything above that being a buyer's market. And for the sales to new listing ratio, anything between 40 and 60% is considered more balanced, and anything lower than that is in favor of buyers, and anything higher than that is in favor of sellers. When prices were rising quickly, we consistently saw less than 1 month of inventory, and the sales to new listing ratio was well over 80%. Actually, looking back at June of last year, Oshawa had 0.4 months of inventory, and the sales to new listing ratio was at 97%. According to months of inventory, we are in a strong seller's market. But according to the sales to new listing ratio, we are in a much more balanced market. So which is it? Well, if we go by what Lisa and I are noticing on a daily basis with our clients and conversations that we've had with other agents, it's definitely feeling a little bit more balanced than a full-blown seller's market. But it feels like the market is still shifting and figuring out where it's going to settle. Each month we look at the average sale prices, and there have been certain areas and types of homes that have had big corrections. Overall, from May to June, the average sale price in Durham Region is only down 2.6%. Oshawa homes on average are down 3.5%, and homes in Clarington are down about 3.1%, with Whitby, Ajax, and Pickering all being in that same ballpark. A few things that stand out in this month's market report, though, are Freehold Townhomes in Oshawa. And if you watched last month's market update video, then you'll probably remember this. Another thing to keep your eye on is Freehold Townhomes. In May, the average price of a Freehold Townhome in Oshawa actually went up 0.4% and sat at the $862,000 mark. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next type of home we see a slightly larger price drop in when we do our next market update once the June stats are out. In June, Freehold Townhomes were down 12.5% from the month of May, which was expected, as I pointed out in the last video. The price gap between Oshawa semis and Oshawa Freehold Townhomes just didn't make sense. Clarington saw large decreases in semi-detached homes and condo townhouses, but I did look up those sales for May and June, and there were only a handful that sold. And it really was just one sale in each category that skewed the data. So the 15 and 25% decreases for semis and condo townhomes are not really reflective of what's going on in Clarington in those categories. Ajax also had a sizable decrease in the price point of detached homes, which was down about 12% from May of this year. And Whitby saw a decrease of 18% for semi-detached homes. I think if you're looking at any of these categories from a buying or selling perspective, you need to make sure you look at all of the data for homes most comparable to yours or the one that you're purchasing, because it can vary a lot by community and type of home. It seems as though the market is dropping at a steady pace, but that each month we're seeing larger corrections in different categories, while the market still tries to figure out exactly what fair value should be. For example, we saw semi-detached homes in Oshawa take a big hit 1 month, and then detached homes in Oshawa took a hit the next month. This month, it was Freehold Townhomes in Oshawa, detached homes in Ajax, and semis in Whitby that saw the larger price corrections. But compared to this time last year, we're still up about 5.5% for all of Durham Region. Besides a few outliers with a very low sample size, the June 2020 numbers look very similar to September of 2021's numbers. However, detached homes in Pickering are still up significantly from September of 2021. And if you compare the detached prices to the semi-detached prices in Pickering, there is quite a difference right now. But if I had to try and use my crystal ball again, I would guess that Pickering detached homes are going to be the next type of home to see a larger price correction. But I guess we'll find out when the July numbers are out. Leave a comment and let me know what category you think is going to have the biggest change in price. At the time I'm recording this, we are still expecting to see another interest rate increase, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out as well. Many buyers are locked into their rates, so until their pre-approval expires, they will still be working with the same budgets, even after the increase. So will the effects of the increase be delayed 30 or 60 days until most of their rate holds expire? It's hard to say, but it does seem that with every interest rate increase, even though the buyer's actual budget doesn't get affected for 30 or 60 days, the mindset shifts immediately. And buyers are smart too. We're seeing a lot of patience from buyers right now, and it makes sense because they know that prices are likely going to continue dropping, that they're going to have a lot more homes to choose from, and if their pre-approval isn't going to expire very soon, that the market really is shifting in their favor. If you've been on the fence about buying a home, or you think you can't afford one but haven't actually run your numbers yet, now is the time. I would strongly recommend that you reach out to a mortgage specialist. It doesn't cost you anything, and I bet a lot of you would be surprised what you qualify for. And if you do run the numbers and it's not doable right now, at least you can put a plan together to make it a goal in the future. Even with prices trending the way they have been for the past few months, historically, real estate increases in value between 5 and 7% on average per year. These prices will go up over the next few years, and in 5, 10, 20 years, you'll be very happy that you purchased when you did. And unfortunately, you can't move up the property ladder if you're sitting on the sidelines. Now, if you're selling your home, this is not the time to get greedy. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you're selling your home and you get greedy, you'll likely sit on the market a lot longer. And the longer that you're sitting on the market, the more likely you are to lose money. The solution is to do it right the first time, with staging, pricing, marketing strategy, and everything else, and get it sold for as much as you can. When buyers see high days on market and a seller starts to get worried, buyers see dollar signs in their eyes, and they will not make it easy on you. For some sellers, it's a bit of a mind twist seeing February prices and today's prices, but if you're trying to move up in the market, this is your opportunity. We always talk about home prices moving in percentages, and the great thing about that for buyers and people looking to move up is that if you're moving up to a higher priced home, the home that you're in has likely taken less of a dollar value hit than the home that you're moving into. So that upgrade that you were thinking about in January or February is actually a lot closer. And the best part is there are more homes available right now, and you can likely even get a condition on financing or home inspection accepted. That's all for this month's market update. I will have 2 new videos coming out, one with tips for buyers on how to get a great deal in this market, and the second one for sellers on how not to become one of those great deals for buyers. And you won't want to miss those, so please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. As always, if you want to book a free call with me to discuss buying or selling your home, click the link in the description to our Calendly, and I'll see you next video. Bye!